This is HSK Tangirala, Director, Institute of Cooperative Management, Rajendra Nagar, Hyderabad. Today we are going to discuss about the consumer cooperatives. The consumer cooperatives are more prevalent all over the world. We are going to see when it has started, why it has started, and what are the various types, and one case study about the National Cooperative Consumer Federation. This is the total composition of our lecture today. Now we are going to see what is the origin and history of consumer cooperatives. The first consumer cooperative society was established by Rockdale pioneers in the year 1844 in the Lancashire textile town of Rockdale in Manchester of England. A batch of 28 weavers in the Rockdale formed the Rockdale Society of Equitable Pioneers on 24th October 1844 and started the business on 21st December 1844 to set an example to the world by making collective purchases and distribution of consumer goods for cash at reasonable prices, and bonus was declared at the end of the year against the purchases made. Here what happened is that during that particular period in 1844 there are the many problems that took place. Private traders were creating problems to the consumer goods, to the household goods. So that is why, and their wages also was very less. They were sent out of the job, and these people, these 28 have formed a consumer cooperative society, and I am going to show in this particular video the photograph of those Rockdale pioneers who has started this particular consumer cooperative society. It has started in England, but later what happened is that the consumer cooperative movement has picked up, including in India. In Chennai, the Triplicane Cooperative Society was there, and it has performed well, and it was the first consumer cooperative society in India. So likewise, there are the many things that has taken place we are going to discuss. This movement has achieved the spectacular success in some of the Western countries like Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Britain. So likewise, there are so many other countries also is there, and consumer cooperative movement is in the US, Australia, so many countries these consumer cooperative societies are there. What happened? In the period that England has passed through a industrial revolution, when the Rockdale pioneer has founded and was popularly known as Hungry Fortis. During that time, harsh living conditions, as I have told you, the living conditions was very harsh, and there was inadequate consumer protection was there. There was no protection, and there was adulteration of the food by the private traders, which was widespread. It is not only in third world countries, but even in the advanced countries also this type of things was happening. And there was the further problems also was there for the formation of the consumer cooperatives, like acute shortage and high price of the food grains and other necessities of life during the war and post-war period made controlled rationing a great necessity. It was very necessary because the shortage will be there during the war period and post-war period also. So that is why this is one of the reason how the idea of the consumer cooperatives has come to the people. And it was the cooperative institutions which were considered to be best agencies to make fair distribution of such goods and check black marketing, because black marketing was there, hoarding was there, prices was increasing, and discriminately. So this type of things were there. So now you can see in the present time, that is during the year 2020 also. So the corona period was there, and consumer goods were really affected. But what happened? The consumer cooperative societies have not taken advantage. They should have taken the advantage of giving the goods to their members, and to the even to the outsiders also. They should have taken the advantage. Now this is the Rockdale Pioneer, Manchester. This is from the Manchester Library. So this is the photograph of this thing. And what happened is that Makima is a person, and he has studied the consumer cooperatives in 1994. He classified Asian cooperatives. He has classified as strong consumer cooperatives, medium consumer cooperatives, weak consumer cooperatives. Likewise, in which countries it is there. Strong consumer cooperatives were Japan, Singapore. Medium consumer cooperatives were South Korea, Malaysia, Thailand, Sri Lanka, some parts of India. And weak cooperative societies, it is even now also it is weak. Some weak parts of the India, some of the other states, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Pakistan, Philippines, Vietnam. So these are the some, it is regarding the Asian is concerned. And now we are going to see what are the various categories of consumer cooperative societies. So there are the primary cooperative societies are there, district level cooperative societies are there, and state level federation is there. After that, national federation also is there. Now we are going to see the consumer cooperative societies at primary level. What are the types? At primary level, there are the nearly 4-5 types are there that we are going to discuss. In case of the district level cooperative societies, these societies are known as wholesale consumer stores. Wholesale consumer stores is there. So now we are going to see the primary level consumer cooperative societies and types we are going to see as mentioned by Makima in Asia is concerned. Okay, so purely consumer cooperatives. These purely consumer cooperative societies means they will not do any other business. They will concentrate only consumer goods involved in that particular residing nearby areas. This type of cooperatives are very famous in Japan, Singapore, India and Thailand. Next is multi-purpose cooperative societies are there. The major activities of this particular cooperative societies is consumer is one activity, but they will do the other activities also by selling fertilizers, farm supplies, credit, insurance, consumer activities, likewise input. So this type of the cooperatives are very famous in Sri Lanka, Vietnam, Indonesia, South Korea and India. In India, primary agriculture cooperative societies are there, and Adivasi large size cooperative societies are there, LAMPs are there. Third is institutional cooperatives. What is the institutional cooperatives are? These institutional cooperatives are there will be some organization will be there. Among that particular organization, employees will form the consumer stores, and then they will purchase in bulk, and then they will sell the goods to the members. So that in some office, some 500 people will be there, 600 people will be there, 100 people will be there. So depends upon this thing, then they will purchase, and then that is known as institutional cooperatives. So consumer cooperatives are there. These cooperatives are very famous in Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Philippines, Sri Lanka, Thailand and in Western and European countries. Fourth is student and university cooperatives. These cooperative societies are very famous at Sri Lanka, Vietnam, and in India, Kerala and Tamil Nadu are the best examples we can see. What they will do, these student cooperatives, what happens is that in the schools, colleges, universities will be there, large number of the students will be there. They have a lot of requirement like books, canteen, food, munching, chocolates, shoes, lace, ties, uniform, likewise scale, likewise so many other requirements what is relevant to the education, the students can purchase at very bulk, and then they can purchase from the consumer stores. So whatever the surplus that remains, then it will be given back to the students, so that the cost of education also will become very less. So it is more prevalent in case of the universities and at colleges. So where large number of the people are there, say 500, 600 students are there, or even 100 also, nothing wrong. So they can save a lot of money. Village and rural cooperatives. These are consumer cooperatives. In rural areas, what will happen is essential articles rural people must get, because in the rural areas sometimes goods will not reach in hilly areas and any other areas where it is becomes very difficult. So the government of, and further everybody will have to get the food security issue will be there. So these essential commodities are routed through public distribution system. Generally we will call in common parlance, in common language, we say it is a ration shops. So these also will be run through cooperative societies, and in most of the Asian countries this is widespread and more popular in India. The first consumer cooperative society set up, as we have discussed, it is at Madras, namely Triplicane Urban Cooperative Society in 1904, with the prime aim of supplying necessities of life to its members. This is the first consumer cooperative society. Now just I have given here the overview about the consumer cooperative society. So this is, now you can see here, they are the members, and they have a shareholding, and they have a voting right, having a say in the management. They are the members. So first they will form, they are the owners. Then what happened here is that now you can see this consumer cooperative society has operational aspects. These operational aspects by all the members will sit together, they will discuss in the management committee, in the assemblies, in the committees, and they will discuss about the activities about the society and voluntary activities what is needed, and then member education also will be given. Now you please see, these are the people, they are the consumers, they are enjoying in their particular store, and these are the people who are the owners of the consumer cooperative society. What they are doing here, these people, those who are the members, it is their own shop. So they are, sometimes they will go for the home delivery, they will come to the store, or they may welfare activities, nursery care, any other item, insurance product. So likewise many such products can be used. So these are the services provided by the cooperative society. So here, what is the consumer cooperative society? The consumer cooperative society is to meet the common needs and aspirations of the members. So this is objectives of this consumer cooperative society. What are the major objectives? Why the consumer cooperative is to be to control the profit making tendency. So because in case of the private organizations, private shops, profit making will be there, but here the objective is not the profit making but for the services, and at a reduced prices and high quality, and as well as the price, quantity, weight. So all these aspects will be seen in case of the consumer cooperative society. And to educate the consumers to keep their needs within the income limit, to inculcate the habit of saving and economy among the consumers. So these are the objectives of the primary cooperative, consumer cooperative society. And further, to protect the consumers from the black marketing, increase in the market rates, scarcity, cheating, adulteration. So these are the things they will protect, and stabilization of the market prices, supply of the proper unadulterated goods, and to use proper measurement, as I have discussed earlier, supply the goods and services regularly at a reasonable cost, as I already mentioned, so that at a lesser cost they will get. So what is the need and importance of the consumer cooperative society? Why we have to? So to establish for proper trading system, there should be some proper trading should be there. At a lesser price they have to purchase, at a lesser price they have to trade, so that the members will get benefited. And a necessity of time, because as per the necessity of time, when the prices will rise immediately in the entire market, then it will, consumer cooperative society will act as a regulatory agency, intervention agencies. Even government also will give lot many assignments to the consumer cooperative societies and see that the price will not increase. So this is, they are the in the field, they will create a type of a balance to eradicate of malpractices of traders, to remove of middlemen's chain. Lot of middlemen will be there in case of the consumer, because it has to come from the manufacturer to the ultimate consumer. So the consumer cooperative society directly may purchase from the manufacturer, so that whatever may be the middlemen will be there or wholesalers will be there, so that cost can be avoided and it will be saving to the members to supply of goods and services as per needs of the members. So whatever may be members' requirements will be there, that they have to. As I have told you, these are the things about the primary consumer cooperative societies, and that is at the primary level. We have discussed the various 5 types are there, and now we are going to discuss about the district cooperative wholesale stores at the district level. What these people will be doing, what are all the requirements of the primary level cooperative societies will be there. This district level cooperative society will take care. So what are the whole requirements will be there? All the requirements the primary cooperative societies will give indent to this particular district level society, and the district level society will purchase from the directly from the, in a bulk manner, from the companies to the producers. So we are going to discuss about these things also. Coordinating purchase of the primary cooperative stores in a district by making a bulk purchase from the producers or suppliers at a proper time, functioning as a central distribution agency for their affiliated primary cooperative societies or stores. What are the main functions? As we have discussed already, primary cooperative societies we have discussed, and district level societies we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss about the state level consumer cooperative federations, state federations we are going to discuss, because they are the bigger agency, it is state level agency. So all the consumer cooperative societies, whatever may be district level or primary level, will have to work under this particular umbrella, because they will work as a guardian, they will do the lobbying, they will discuss with the government, they will discuss with the manufacturers. So they will have a lot of negotiations, tie-ups will be there. So these are so many other, education will be given, consultancy will be given to the primary cooperative societies and district cooperative societies. So likewise there are the various functions will be there. Now we are going to discuss about those things. The main functions of the state consumer cooperative federations: act as an agent of the government for distribution of the essential consumer items, assist and guide member institutions for facilitating their working, liaison with the government and other financial institutions, because they have to purchase lot of inventories, so they have to keep liaison with the banks, especially in case of the state cooperative, district cooperative banks, or even nationalized banks or any other commercial banks. So they have to do with the funding agencies. So procure bulk quantity of the consumer goods and supply to its members, promote consumer cooperative societies in respective states, because in other areas also where the consumer cooperative societies are not there, so the consumer federation will help to the public how to form. So a consumer cooperative society, they will teach, they will explain, so that more membership at the federation level also can increase, because of the rise in the number of the primary level cooperative societies. So that is why they will give education, conferences, seminars, workshops also they will conduct. Now what are the problems of consumer cooperatives? Defective and purchase policy, defective pricing and purchase policy, because sometimes what will happen, prices arbitrarily, sometimes they may give more, put more, or the purchase policy, because every organization will have a purchase policy. Credit policy will be because they have to purchase from other organizations, so or from the district federations. We have to create a standard policy. So that is why standard operating procedures that they have to do. So that they have not done. So dishonesty of the employees and management, hurriedly organized, and disloyalty of members, indifference of the state government. Lack of coordination and cooperation among the different constituents, because what will happen is, they have to create a linkage with the other cooperative organizations also, likewise, or any other not only cooperative but other organizations. So this type of the coordination that they have to maintain. So when there was no proper coordination with the cooperative marketing societies, processing societies, and wholesale consumer stores, so this type of things sometimes happen. So that is why the problems are escalating. Lack of efficient management, because management was not aware how to run the business, how to run a consumer cooperative society. So that is where the problems takes place. So lack of inventory and verification of the stock. On continuous basis, they have to verify the stock. They have to verify the inventory. So first in, first out, last in, first out, LIFO, FIFO, some type of a scientific method of the things that they have to do. When the old material are there, they have to send out by giving a discount or offers or something like. So this type of things was not taking place. So narrow base of the operation or limited operations are there, because the size of the doing the business is very small. So that is why the most of the societies face a lot of problems. Small and uneconomic size also. Now we are going to, because for properly the consumer cooperative societies were not working. It was working up to 1992. The consumer cooperative societies in India are working very well. But after that, what happened is that the consumer cooperative societies in India, almost all states, what I can say, there is no exception, the performance of the consumer cooperative societies are not good. Of course, there is no doubt. The consumer cooperatives, there were lot many studies are there, lot many committees they have created, but still what is happening is that even today the consumer cooperative societies are not doing well after 1992 onwards. However, we are going to see what are the various committees were there, that they have given the suggestions, what are the commissions are there, what are the type of the seminars or workshops that they have conducted and discussed to find out the problems and impediments are there, so that they can be removed, bottlenecks are there, so they can remove and see that the consumer cooperative society function very strongly. So what happened is that a committee on the consumer cooperatives was initiated in 1961, set up by the National Cooperative Development Warehousing Board. That is now they have converted. Now this is known as a NCDC. What happened is that this National Cooperative Development Warehousing Board appointed Dr. P. Natation, General Secretary, Tamil Nadu Cooperative Union Limited, Madras, and the committee has submitted a report in 1961 by giving some suggestions, so that the consumer cooperative societies can flourish well. What are the various recommended? Concurrent audit. So Dr. Natation has recommended concurrent audit. Concurrent audit will have to take place, and audit fee should be linked with the profit instead of turnover. So that when the audit take place, what will happen is that the auditors will take charge. That is, the Department of Cooperation will charge audit fee. So what Dr. Natation says, if the society is making profit, then only the audit fees is to be charged. Otherwise, they have to do free of cost. Creation of the price fluctuation fund. So the society will have to create a price fluctuation fund. Government requirements are preferably met through consumer cooperative. All the government organizations and all the government will have to purchase from the consumer cooperative society, so that the consumer cooperative society will earn more profits. Incentives to the managers through commission on sales. So whoever will be manager as a practice in private, so those who are performing well, the incentives will be. Likewise, in case of the consumer cooperative societies also, incentives should be given. Initial government share capital to be retired within a period of 10 to 15 years. So here it is a beautiful recommendation that the parasitic attitude of the people should not be there. They should not depend upon the government. So the contribution of the share capital will have to be retired, or it is to be given back within 10 to 15 years. You should not take as a lifelong capital. Managerial subsidy is to be given to the cooperatives, consumer cooperatives, a rebate to the members to be credited to the share account, so that whatever may be the discount the consumer cooperative society gives, that rebate or discount is to be added to the share capital, so that the society will get funds and they can go for a large purchasing. Sale tax exemption on the sales affiliated primaries. So sale tax exemption is to be, now it is known as not sale tax, it is now GST. Setting up of the consumer stores in a large towns and cities, service cooperative societies to function as consumer stores at village level with a special attention to viability. Viability aspect is to be seen in cities and towns. And what Dr. Natation has given, service cooperatives also, societies also has to be formed under cooperative, consumer cooperative banner is concerned. And trading against cash. So instead of giving cash and all these things, bankruptcy it will become. So to avoid that one, it is trading against the cash only. What happened is that there is another report is there. This report is Mr. R. Schubert to the Government of India on development of the Consumer Cooperative Society in 1967. On the request of the Government of India, ILO, International Labour Organization, Geneva, deputed its expert, Mr. R. Schubert, to India to advise the government on the development of the consumer cooperative. So there was another committee is there. So he also has given some suggestions. What the report has emphasized is the need for the central purchasing agency, sales promotion, gross margin, expenses and accounting procedure, inventory control, payment system, standardization of the shelves and showcase. Likewise, a modern type of approach he has given, so that even the people will get attracted and take benefit of the consumer cooperative societies. There is another report in 1970 by the Planning Commission, Program Evaluation Organization of the by. What is the major recommendation? Lack of accommodation from the institutional credit agencies. Hence, the stores are unable to diversify their business, because they could not diversify the business because of the accommodation was not there. Space was a problem. So the societies suffers inadequacy of the working capital. Working capital finance was not there, so they have faced a lot of problems. So this is some of the major recommendations. And some more are, the stores heavily depends on the government contribution for their share capital and clean credit is concerned. Even when we have seen Dr. Natation also has given recommendation, so it is also appear to be same. So the study also revealed that although the performance of the Punjab and Tamil Nadu was satisfactory, there was a problem in other states is concerned. There was in 1971, there was an expert committee on consumer cooperative society was there. It is a special, this study is mainly on the wholesale consumer stores at a district level, as we have discussed here. So Dr. A.U. Sheikh, Secretary Cooperation and Fisheries, was the chairman of this committee, and Maharashtra government has appointed this particular expert committee in 1971. And the committee observations are, the majority of the stores in the state were incurring losses, heavy establishment expenses, stock pilferage, declining turnover and mismanagement. The committee has given certain suggestions: regular stock control, right type of the purchases, diversification of the business, proper location, and honest personnel will have to be appointed, because regular stock control should be there, regular right type of the goods will have to be purchased. So what happens is that, so that consumers will be attracted, and honest personnel in the sense, honest, those who are ethical, having ethical value in the, they only should be appointed as a managers and sales representatives or the boys is concerned. Likewise, what happened is that as we have discussed here in the committees, there are the training programs also took place, conferences also took place, they have discussed. So, ILO also is involved, ICA, International Cooperative Alliance also. So, we are going to discuss what are the various seminars that took place and what they have discussed and all these things. So, seminar and conferences on the consumer cooperatives in India, a regional seminar on the consumer cooperative societies in a competitive setting was organized by ICA, New Delhi, where they have conducted Sri Lanka, Nuwara Eliya on July 1966. 28 participants from the Sri Lanka, India, Republic Korea, Malaysia, Pakistan, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and the ILO officers have attended the seminar and they have given the suggestions. And another conference took place in 1972. This is a All India conference that took place at Shimla by the National Consumer Cooperative Federation, the NCCF. NCCF in India is the national level federation of the consumer cooperatives, and 35 recommendations these cooperatives have given. And in this particular meeting, whatever recommendations were there, so they have asked to implement. That planning commission has given those recommendations, they have asked to implement. There was a committee was there actually. These 35 recommendations were given by Sharma of ILO has given these recommendations, and these recommendations they have given consensus. Regional seminar on consumer cooperatives in 1973. A seminar on the consumer cooperatives was conducted at Vaikunth Mehta National Institute of Cooperative Management, Vamcom, Pune in February 1973. In 1984 also, Southern Region seminar on the consumer cooperatives took place. The compendium of the Southern Cooperative Consumer held in Bangalore, April 1984, and organized by Vamcom, Pune. National seminar on university cooperatives taken place in the year 1990 and hosted by International Cooperative Alliance in New Delhi, Asia Pacific, and Japan, that is NFUCA, that is University Cooperative of the Japan. So, and Vamcom has conducted this particular at Vamcom. What they have discussed is, they have discussed the issues like assessment of the consumer cooperative movement in India, business activities of the consumer cooperative, member activities in consumer cooperative, and history, what exactly is a consumer cooperative, a university cooperative, consumer cooperatives does. How we have to develop these university cooperatives, because there are so many universities are in India and colleges are there, so how these cooperatives will have to, what these cooperatives does, the cooperatives does totally consumer activities, student related activities these people will do. Even the university also, they can spend their budget for purchases through these consumer cooperative societies. What is the consensus of this particular seminar is that the consumers cooperative movement in India and university cooperatives have not attained maturity. Still, the consumer cooperative societies, especially university consumer cooperatives, are in nascent stage. So, then there was an expert committee on the consumer cooperatives in 1993 and 94. The government of India appointed an expert committee, as I have told you, G.K. Sharma, I have told you, Regional Director, International Cooperative Alliance, with the different members, central and state departments and cooperative institutions and NCCF. The terms of references of this committee is to study functioning of the consumer cooperative societies of all types to find out the extent of the sickness, what extent the sickness is there, what are the problems, bottlenecks are there, hurdles are there for the sickness, to study what is the policies in the liberalized economy, and even to suggest the strategies for the remedial measures for improving the working of the consumer cooperative society. These are the terms of references, sir. And the expert committee expert opinion is there. Registration of the society without proper scrutiny. The consumer cooperative societies shall be registered by the Register of Cooperative Societies, and the Register of the Cooperative Society should check, verify the viability of the, then only they have to register. And a lack of the member participation. Most of the members are purchasing from the outside stores, outside super bazaars. So unless the members won't purchase, how it will become viable? And absence of the democratic functioning and professional management, unplanned business operation. These are some of the points. Discontinuation of the centrally sponsored schemes for providing the financial assistance for the development of the consumer cooperative societies and government approaches. So there is a problem is there. Government has stopped giving the financial assistance, and higher cost of the establishment. Everybody started asking more salaries and beautification that they have to do, window display, nice display that they have to make, shelves and all that. So the cost is, the establishment cost and other costs are increasing. So that is why low profit margin and low, so losses are taking place. This is some of the findings of this particular committee. And furthermore, suggestions are stiff findings are stiff competition from the multinational companies, non-availability of the working capital from banks, financial institutions on preferential terms, business indiscipline among the consumer cooperatives, resulting in competition among themselves. So many consumer cooperative society conflicting that is taking place, so that is a problem. Improper business attribution of the manufacturers in maintaining supply lines to the consumer cooperative societies. There was a national conference on the consumer cooperatives are there in 1995. The national conference on the consumer cooperative held 17th-18th November 1995 agreed the sessions of the expert committee. As we have told about the whatever maybe the expert committee Sharma ji has given, so those suggestions they have accepted. Consumer now when you see the consumer cooperative society as on 31st March 2017, the total membership is 8.610, and consumer cooperative societies are total was 26,355. Out of this 26,355, 512 are the wholesale consumer cooperative societies. That is almost district level cooperative societies we can say. So these are the, so they have to increase. Now we have given here a statewide results we have given, how the consumer cooperative societies are there, how many numbers are there, in which states they are doing well, which states they are not doing well. I am talking about not performance wise, societies number wise I am talking about. Here you can see here Bihar, it is 1,875. In Gujarat you can see 2014, and in Kerala there are 4,646. In Karnataka 1,344. Now if you see Madhya Pradesh it is 4,917, Maharashtra 1,808, and Tamil Nadu it is 1,447, Uttar Pradesh 1,058, West Bengal 2,143, in Andhra Pradesh 777, and in Telangana they have mentioned one, it is wrong. There are so many other cooperative societies, consumer cooperative societies are there, and I think it is a mistake, but however they have mentioned it is 26,355. So number is wrong because this is available data from the National Consumer Cooperative Federation is concerned. So we have to verify and check from the website, and NCA also is publishing every year annual data, statistical profile there, so we can verify there also. So it is checking. So we are going to see the structure of the Consumer Cooperative Federation. First is members, Second is primary consumer cooperative stores or packs or lamps, and here, so it is down the line and up the line. It starts from the will go back. So like this, so it is interchangeable. In case of the consumer cooperative societies, it is a very essential to have a vigilance. If vigilance is there, is not there, pilferage will be there, leakage will be there, theft will be there. So this type of problems will be there. So one article written by Hussain, Zakir Hussain, one of the faculty member of NCCT units, ICMs. So he has written an article in Maharashtra Quarterly Journal. Title is Modern Management of Consumer Cooperative. Some guidelines he has mentioned, and these guidelines are really wonderful. So that is why in this lecture we are going to see what Dr. Hussain has given in his article about the preventive vigilance. He has given the preventive vigilance, he has given vigilance in the consumer cooperatives, and how the society is vigilant and to avoid shoplifting, lifting from goods from the shop, and misappropriation of the cash and goods and other leakages in the stores, rather very important. Preventive vigilance in respect of shoplifting. What is shoplifting? From the shops, the people will lift, customers sometimes will take place, or even employees, whoever they may be. So that is why he has given how we can minimize this one. He has given what he has suggested is a proper layout of the stores has to be created, and there should not be any hiding place. If hiding will be there, then what will happen? Our layout should be without any hiding place. It should be. That is one of the session he has given. And mirrors, he has told about the author has told about the mirrors he has told, so that it can be visible. In case of the small stores is concerned. In case of the big stores, CC cameras are very important, and he has given. And to avoid the theft and leakages by the employees, he has discussed about the incentives is to be given. He has discussed, and display goods should be in such a way that shoplifting may become very difficult. So display should be in such a way that people should not take the goods away. So place has to be provided both for the entrance and exit. So in such a way that the customer going out of the stores can be seen or checked, verified. The staff has to be spread them to cover the entire area. All the employees should not at one particular place. Employees will have to scatter different areas in that particular. Watchman at the night times or even daytime also sometimes. So based upon the size of the shop, size of the consumer stores is concerned, but especially in case of the night hours it is very important. It is depends upon the stock and conveniences. Now here preventive vigilance in respect of the leakages he has given. To keep the leakages, accounting system should be proper. Accounting in respect of the sales, purchases, goods, consumptions for consumptions is concerned, and ensure leakage or shortage of the goods in the records. It is to be recorded every day, and ensure deposit is collected on the products for which the empties will have to be required back, and arrange for regular stock verification. Establish an effective pricing quoting system. The revised rates of the goods have to be immediately affected on the goods. While billing the goods, make sure that the goods are billed. Sometimes unbillingly the goods will be sold. Accuracy has to be maintained while billing, and we have to adopt a precautionary measure of the avoiding shoplifting. Be careful of the goods while weighing. One has to see the goods so that the problem will not be there. And preventive measures in respect of the cash misappropriation, because we have seen many such examples. So every day the accounts are to be closed, tallied with the actual cash receipts. The person handling the cash should not be assigned other jobs continuously. They have to be changed on alternative days also. same person should not be in the cash counter, and different people will have to be kept, and preferably a person well versed with the arithmetic accuracy has to be assigned cash handling a person with the some accounting background or cash handling properly has to be done. So that is why the persons will have to be trained. Other preventive vigilance in respect of the misappropriation of the goods. Now it is related to goods. Earlier we have talked about the cash is concerned. Proper method of the keeping purchase and sales accounts will have to maintain. Regular stock taking has to be done. Periodical inspection of the stock has to take place. Comparing percentage of the sales with the stock for different periods, and maintaining a detailed stock register showing the movement of the goods has to be done. Now we are going to discuss about we have discussed about the theoretical part of this particular consumer cooperatives is concerned. Now we are going to discuss about the case study about the NCCF. The NCCF vision is National Cooperative Consumer Federation of India. NCCF, the vision is to promote consumer cooperative movement in the country for the entire, because it is a national level organization. Aspire to facilitate the voluntary formation and democratic functioning of cooperatives based on the self-reliance and mutual aid for overall economic betterment and financial autonomy. So this is a wonderful vision statement that prepared, and likewise the mission statement is good. No, let us see what is their mission, what they are going to do, what is the core. When we talk about the mission, the core purpose of the existence will be there. So these are to satisfactorily meet the requirements of the consumer, to maintain transparency and focus on the consumer satisfaction, focus on consumer satisfaction, maintenance and transparency, to continuously strive to achieve higher standard of performance, to enable growth of its members through dissemination of the best practices in various consumer cooperative societies elsewhere in the world or in other country or in India or in other places, and use of technology. Technology is to be. Now you please see here, this is one of the major problem. Use of technology, weighing technology has come, computerization has taken place, lot of inventory management also is computerized. But what happened is that in the changing dimension, the NCCF has not done online purchases, online sales, online business they have not done. So this is one of the point where the NCCF has to do. Now you please see here, Amazon is there, Flipkart is there, Snapdeal is there. So likewise, there are the online, so many online businesses are there that has to be done by the NCCF. Let us see the membership of the NCCF. Authorized membership is concerned as per the bylaw clause 5. The authorized share capital is 50 crores. The membership is 147 as on 31st March 2017. Share capital is 14.48 crores, and as on March 2017, and the reserves and other funds is 29.22 crores as on March 31st 2017. So the financial part, if we see, the State Consumer Cooperative Federation, who are the members? The members, when we talk about the share capital, the contribution of the share capital of the State Consumer Federation, 21 are the members, 21 State Cooperative Consumer Federations, and their share capital is 2.42 crores. Consumer Cooperative Societies with a turnover 50 lakhs and above, 122 is there. NAFED is there, 2 crores. NCDC is there. NCDC is 0.02. NCUA is nil, but however they are member. They are more concentrating on the cooperative education and publication, and they fight for the lobbying. They will do lobbying for the benefit of the consumer cooperative societies and all the cooperative movement in the entire India. And government of India also is the one of the member, and government of India's contribution is 9.48 crores more. If you see here, so total put together is 14.48 is the crores is the composition. Now you see the organization structure, how this NCCF is spread and what they are doing. First is board of directors, second is managing director, and then there are they have the regional offices. They have regional managers. They have, now you can see here there are the 28 regional offices are there, and general manager, accounts and finance is there, and below that one there is accountants are there, finance, internal audit. There are the sub departments are there, sections are there, and here personal and administration also. There are the various sections are there, various jobs that they will see: personal, administration, legal, board, policy, insurance, coordination, information technology, grievances, publicity, and likewise Rajbhasha, that is Hindi is concerned. So likewise here when you see this general manager business, they do the business of the groceries, textiles, agri inputs, confiscated goods. Confiscated goods, whenever the unauthorized goods that comes at the airport or at maritime goods, that is known as harbour, shipping harbours, so problems will be there. So these goods will be confiscated, and then these goods will be auctioned, and they will participate in the auction, and then they will purchase, and these people will sell this particular goods. So general merchandise, construction, they do the construction activities also, import export also they will do, and the construction activities also they are doing the retail work also, and they are selling coal also. So likewise they are because for various organizations, not only for the individuals but for the major government organization, other organizations, they are selling. And chief vigilance officer is there, as we have discussed in the article of the Zakir Hussain. So likewise what happens is that there is a vigilance department is there, so they are taking care of this particular, what are the leakages, pilferages, shoplifting, etc. is concerned. The major objectives of the NCCF is to provide supply support to the consumer cooperatives and other distributing agencies for the distribution of the consumer goods at reasonable prices and affordable rates, besides rendering the technical guidance and assistance to the consumer cooperatives. The NCCF is a spokesman of the consumer cooperative movement in India. I request, because there are so many objectives will be there, it becomes very difficult, it will become very lengthy, our discussions. So please kindly visit this particular website. So all the sub objectives you can read. So please kindly visit this particular website is concerned. What exactly the consumer cooperatives does? Present commercial activities they are doing is to undertake the commercial activities to procure and supply the agri inputs, import and export consumer goods, trading non-agro products like coal, fertilizers, pesticides, etc., supply of the stationery and other office use articles to the government departments, and distribution of the wheat, atta, like open market, sales promotion, pulses. So likewise they are as per the government schemes. Import of the pulses they will do at the subsidized rates the government will give for the PDS, public distribution system, in the different states and union territories. Development of the infrastructure like construction, hostels, hospitals, housing. Procurement of the agricultural commodities like pulses, oilseeds, paddy. Supply of the items like daily use items like tea, salt, toilet soaps, sugar. So likewise sanitary items. And supply of the imported coal and power generation. And NCCF has been designated as the canalizing agency of the government of India for export of onion. They have, NCC has a consultancy and promotion cell also they have. They are calling this one as the CPC, and they have established in 1972 so that they will give what are the inefficiencies are there in the consumer cooperative societies, primary cooperative society, problems are there, or in case of the district level consumer cooperative stores are there. So these consultancy will be offered by the NCCF to the consumer cooperative societies. It may be technical guidance, it may be operational guidance, any guidance will be there. So they are doing. So the technical guidance is concerned, what the consultancy cell is doing. They will give accounting system, it may be computerized or manual, wholesale and retail management, how they have to do the consumer cooperative societies, and setting up of the self-service stores, the departmental stores, education and training programs, preparation of the project reports, modernizing the retail operation, because continuously they have to change their operation methodology. So that is why this consultancy requires. So the primary cooperative societies and district level cooperative stores must take the advice from the NCCF. So they have the NCCF is having the regional offices, Delhi, Calcutta, Chennai, Mumbai and other parts of India. They have regional offices. So technically they have to see. Now the wheat procurement was done during the lockdown period, pandemic time, COVID, at Rampur, April 2020. So they have not stopped during that particular period also, because during that particular period the price will increase, and it is a real time where the NCCF and the consumer cooperative society will have to show their efficiency and see that their members and the consumers are get benefited. So it is a wheat procurement they are doing, which is in progress, Kushinagar in Uttar Pradesh in the April 2020. And wheat procurement, now you can see during the lockdown period pandemics of COVID-19, that is in the April. Okay, so they are doing business and trade activities. They are discussing, and they are helping on how they have to do the business and other things is concerned. So likewise the other trade and the business activity commodity. What are the commodities the NCCF is selling? So like grocery items like pulses, food grains, spices and edible oils, cotton and other agro-based commodities, general merchandise, supply of the goods through the fair price shops under PDS, confiscated goods of sugar, medicines, coal, import and exports that they are doing. They have the network. They have network they have their own offices at Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Bhubaneswar, Bhiwani, Chandigarh, Chennai, Dehradun, Delhi, Guwahati, Hyderabad, Indore, Jaipur, Jammu, Kolkata, Kanpur, Kochi, Lucknow, Mumbai, Noida, Nagpur, Patna, Pune, Ranchi, Raipur, Simla, Siliguri in West Bengal, Srinagar, Visakhapatnam. So they have nearly 28 locations. They have the offices. Now we are going to discuss about the financials. Now you see the financial figures are available to us only up to 2017. Actually, we have to discuss these financial figures up to 2020, but I could get because it is a national figures and a lot of audits will take place and publication will be there. So that is why I could get only up to 2017. And here the paid up share capital. If you see the comparison. If you see the comparison in 2007, you see it is share capital was 1379 lakhs. That means the total reserves is 101. So total put together is 1480. And now if you see gradually it is increasing, and then it has landed up 2016-17. 3,740. There is a hike is there in case of the capital employed. Now the fixed assets also, if you see 2007 and 8, 886 lakhs is there, and it is continuing. It has doubled almost 1699. So let us see the sales part. the sales part is divided into two. Is one is domestic and overseas is concerned. And in case of the overseas concerned, there it is directly overseas. That means NCCF directly involves, and through shippers associated with the shippers they will do. So if you see the sales in 2007 and 8, direct overseas they are not doing. Now 2008 onwards is 0, 0, 0, it is still. So that is why? Because sometimes we are doing business, sometimes we are not doing. So who will buy? Then once again, to do business now, a Herculean task. Because we have to identify the purchaser at abroad, who is a genuine. So overseas, when we talk here through shippers, they have done business up to 2014. But after that, when you see 2015, 16, 16, 17, it is 0 once again. So when you are talking about the exports, so volatility that you can see, and nil. So I think NCCF can explore possibility, what is the possibility, present situations, how they can improve upon. So sales also has increased. 2007 and 8 it is 55,108, and it is gradually increasing and increased up to 2010 and 11, but fallen 84,776 62. And 2016-17 it is 79,193. There is ups and downs is there, but whereas if you see in 2010 and 11 there is a huge business that they have done, and this business has increased due to the shippers. So I think we have to increase the business. Even at the local domestic market also in 2011 and 98,506. So domestic business also they have done 98,516. So both put together it has come. So domestic wise they have done nicely, and here in import and export also. If you see the income also has increased. Initially it was 1,358. And 2016-17 it is 27. So likewise expenditure also has increased, and expenditure if you see it is 1588, whereas here is concerned 1950. And losses and profits is concerned, if you see 2007 and 8 it was losses, it was losses, it is before tax. Now then if you see the losses, you can see here. It is 2015-16, it is 130. So it is in losses. It is in lakhs I am talking about. And the profits is concerned, yes, in 2008 and 9, the profit 158 lakhs profit is there, and the profit is galloping, and then once again fallen, once again raised, and then 2016-17, it is 518. It is once again within profits. So one has to be careful. Here business is concerned, and what are the reasons for the losses? I think we have to do a separate study for that particular purpose after taking permission from the NCCF is concerned, because these are all the open source documents, so that is why. And if you see the employees, if you see here in 2007 and 8 there 529 employees were there, and gradually it is falling down and further falling down, and at present it is 197. So less number, more profit. We do not know how they are doing. I think they are using some other technologies. So or otherwise recruitments are, vacancies are there, or expansion problem. We have to find out the problem. Once again I suggest all the participants kindly visit this particular website, so that regarding the consumer cooperative societies you will get a very clear idea. All the consumer cooperative societies will have to follow many legal aspects. Major and important is the Consumer Protection Act 2019, Food and Safety Standard Act 2011, and other aspects of shop and establishment and other acts is concerned. So these are the things are there. It is a big lecture. topic is also is like this. We have covered maximum. Any doubts are there? Any doubts, please? Thank you.